Hi everybody, in this video we'll go through 4 surprisingly easy tests that can predict how long you'll live a long and healthy life. These 4 healthy life prediction tests are fast, and 3 of them you can do easily on yourself at home. Welcome to the Health How To channel, where we talk about some great life hacks and easy tips to achieve better health. Please subscribe and share your best tips that you have found to be helpful for living a long and healthy life so that we can all benefit in our own personal journey to better health. We all know the standard tests your doctor performs to get an overall picture of your health: blood pressure, cholesterol, weight, height, blood sugar, etc. But here are 4 other surprisingly quick and easy tests that you can do to see if you'll live a long and healthy life. Number 1. The sit-to-stand test. A Brazilian study found that the sit-to-stand test was a good predictor of how long you'll live based on your strength, coordination, and mobility. It's a simple test that you can do on yourself to see how easily you can get down and up off the ground without any support. You start by standing with your legs crossed and lower yourself to the ground. Give yourself 5 points on the way down and 5 points for the way up. You have to minus 1 point on the way down and on the way up for every body part that touches the ground to help. Your hand, your forearm, the side of your leg, your knee, or even your hand on your knee or thigh. The study showed that people between the ages of 51 to 80 that scored under 8 points were 2 times more likely to die within 6 years compared to those that scored higher. If you're unable to get up from the floor unassisted, consider incorporating more functional strengthening into your day. Exercises like squats, lunges, step-ups, and standing on one leg can help. Also, make getting down and up from the floor once a day a priority. Of course, there are a number of reasons as to why you can't get down to the floor, including bad knees and hips. You can still modify your exercises so that you can build muscle and flexibility without aggravating your joints. Look at some of our other videos on how to exercise your hips and knees for some good ideas. Number 2, grip strength. The strength of your grip can predict your mortality in middle to senior people. A strong grip is a sign of good overall strength, bone mineral density, upper body function, and a low risk for falls. Your grip strength can signal your risk for diabetes, sleep disorders, memory and cognitive function, depression, and likelihood of hospitalization. In fact, researchers found that grip strength was a better predictor of your heart health than your blood pressure. Researchers followed a cohort of subjects for 25 years and found that those with the lowest grip strength values were more likely to be unable to get up from a chair independently, do heavy housework, dress, bathe, eat, and use the toilet as they got older. Unfortunately, this test does require a small instrument called a dynamometer to measure your grip. Often personal trainers, physiotherapists, chiropractors, and other healthcare professionals have them and can quickly test you. There are published grip strength norms according to gender and age that you can measure yourself against. If your grip strength is on the low side, you may be weak overall. As always, speak to your doctor first before making major changes to your diet and exercise routine. Consider incorporating a walking routine and a full body strengthening routine. Increase your grip strength with a stress ball, by wringing progressively bigger wet towels, and by doing push-ups and pull-ups. Go outside and get natural vitamin D from sunlight. Consult a dietitian to see if you're getting adequate nutrients to support your bone density. Watch our osteoporosis video for more tips on how to improve your bone health. Number 3. The next test is a fast and easy do-it-yourself walking speed test. How fast you walk can tell you a lot about your overall health. Walking needs your organs to work in sync: your heart, your lungs, your brain, nerves, muscles, and skeletal system. Also, your walking pace gives an indication of your balance, your risk and fear of falling, reaction time, and cognitive functioning. How do you test your walking pace? There are a number of standard ways that involve measuring out a distance and include standardized distances for acceleration and deceleration. One walking speed test involves marking out 10 meters. You then walk at your normal pace. You can use your walking aid like a cane or walker. Use a stopwatch and start as soon as your foot passes the first marker and press stop when your foot passes the second marker. Divide 10 by your time in seconds so that you can get your gait speed in meters per second. A score of less than 8 meters per second suggests that you have an increased risk of falls and being frail. If you're finding that you've slowed down over the years, or perhaps you had a bad fall and your balance just isn't what it used to be, get started with balance exercises like standing on one leg, walking sideways and backwards, and posture exercises. Check out our videos on falls, balance, and posture for some suggestions. And finally, number 4. The last fast and easy test that you can do yourself at home is measuring your waist to hip circumference. A simple calculation of your waist compared to your hips can give you a ratio that tells you how much fat surrounds your internal organs. According to the American Diabetes Association, your waist to hip ratio is a better predictor of serious obesity-related disorders like diabetes, heart attack, and stroke than your body mass index, known as your BMI. One research study showed that a large group of subjects with a high waist to hip ratio were more likely to die, even if they had a moderate body mass index. Here's how you measure your waist to hip circumference. Use a flexible measuring tape and measure your waist at the belly button. Then measure your hips at the widest part. Divide waist by hip and you'll get a ratio. Women with a waist to hip ratio of 0.8 or lower have a low health risk for obesity related disorders. For men, a low risk is a ratio of 0.95 or lower. A moderate health risk exists for women with a ratio of 0.81 to 0.85, and for men with a ratio of 0.96 to 1. And finally, a high health risk of obesity-related disorders exists for women with a waist-to-hip ratio of 0.86 or higher, and for men, 1.0 or higher. If you have a high waist-to-hip circumference, seriously consider examining your diet and corresponding blood sugar levels. A high ratio is suggestive of a problem with your insulin, and you may be pre-diabetic if you haven't already been diagnosed with diabetes. A consultation with your doctor and wearing a continuous glucose monitor can really help you zero in on your individual response to certain foods and blood sugar patterns during different times of the day. Watch our video on how to know if you'll get diabetes and our How to Quit Sugar video for more tips. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any health how-to videos where we talk about easy ways to improve your health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.